in McAllen, and we're back at the main gym where the championship game will eventually take place between the McAllen Lady Bulldogs or the Rowe Warriors. The winner of this will take on the winner of Brownsville Rivera and McAllen Memorial. So we're down to the final four into the semifinals. And the first semifinal game will have a battle of the city of McAllen as McAllen Rowe takes on Mac High. The Lady Bulldogs have run the table thus far in our covered games. Undefeated in pool play and then victorious in their first bracket game. Earlier they knocked off Edinburgh Vela. Nikki Rowe, same story. They ran the table in pool play on day one. Did the same thing yesterday in game two. And won their first game this morning as they were able to beat Sherryland to advance into the semifinal game. First serve coming up. Mac High takes on Rowe. Warriors and Lady Bulldogs. Back after this.
It can be powerful. A man's best friend really isn't just about dogs, but about any animal companion that brings us joy and unconditional love. Losing a loved one is heart-wrenching, but losing a pet can be just as difficult. Unconditional love deserves unmatched service, which is why we offer pet services for those special pets that become a special part of the family. We serve all the members of your family.
Hi, we're Cougars, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Back here after the two teams make their way out onto the floor. They'll meet at the net as the Rowe Warriors and the McAllen Lady Bulldogs are set for action here. Crowd starting to get bigger here as we get into these semifinal games. As we are narrowing it down here on the gold bracket to decide the eventual champion. Championship game is set for 2 o'clock here back on this gym. We'll have the semifinal game 1, semifinal game number 2. Most likely we'll take a break for the third place game, just for the simple fact that we're dealing on a very low octane crew. Yours truly. I've got some assistance by Mr. David Gonzalez, who's assisting us. That's Lexi's dad on the camera today. We have our other crew over working hard at the Donna tournament. Billy Watson and Bert Ruiz both made the trip over there. They'll be bringing you action throughout the morning, the afternoon, and they'll get a championship game eventually decided there. Rowe Warriors in the green uniforms with the gold trim. The Lady Bulldogs of McAllen in the white uniforms with the maroon trim. And Mac High will be serving to start it off. And the Bulldogs, Maddie Helmkamp back at the service line. Warriors will take a look and see defensively how they can withstand the hitters that this McAllen team can produce. That's been the issue with teams going up against this Mac High team, is that you just have to withstand hit after hit after hit as they rotate hitters across the net and are able to attack from the back row. We're ready to go. First serve of the game. Across, played by the Warriors. They'll set it up. Off the net, punched over. Attack point that time. Victoria Enriquez gets the point. Rowe on top, 1-0. Enrique was able to get that hit across before the blockers were established. Back to serve now for the Warriors. Anna Onrubia. Onrubia ready to go. Puts the serve in play. Played by the Bulldogs. A high set, back set this time. Off the block. Back at you. Point. Rowe Warriors. They go up 2-0. So attacking that time off the block. Rowe Warriors up 2 early on here in the semifinal. That serve is in for an ace, and it's a 3-0 game. Bulldogs thought that one was going out, nothing doing. Next serve coming up by Onrubia. Line drive serve played by the Bulldogs. Back set, Lexi Gonzalez puts it away off the back row. Makes it a 3-1 game. Gonzalez showing the ability to attack whether she's on the back row or on the front of the net where she's rotated now. Tips this one over the blockers, played by the Warriors, and they will not get it across. Miscommunication that time off the pass for the Warriors. 3-2 ball game. Lady Bulldogs to serve. Deep serve, that carries out of bounds. We saw earlier today in the quarterfinal, Brownsville Rivera able to knock off Los Fresnos by gaining an early advantage and really never letting loose of the lead. Warriors up early here, 4-2. Both teams unbeaten through the 2 days and now into day 3 of play. That's 2 hits called on McAllen and a point to the Rowe Warriors. They go up 5-2. Both coaches knowing full well this will be the first serious challenge to their teams. They know they're going to have some adversity. Ball across. Warriors do a nice job of keeping that one alive. Tipped over, blocked back on the Mackay side. Warriors again there to dig that. Ball up at the Mackay side. Better chance now on a high set. Gonzalez off the curl. Played by the Warriors. Back row attempt coming at you off the net. Point scored on a kill by Anna Onrubia. Onrubia able to get the ball down. Another point for the Warriors. They go up by 5, 7-2. Paula Dodge calls a timeout. Wants to get her troops fired up. Rowe Warriors coming out swinging. Back after this.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no...
After the timeout, we're back to action with the McAllen Bulldogs. Come out swinging. Gonzalez able to hit it, but the Rowe Warriors are able to dig it. Ball on the back row. Bulldogs cannot get it across. Another point to Rowe. Nikki Rowe now up by 6 here in this one. Back to serve. Marina Cortez. Cortez to put this one into play. Deep serve played by the Bulldogs. A high set middle. Gonzalez past the blockers. Pancaked and alive still on the Rowe side. Back on the Lady Bulldogs side. Off the net this time. Spike across. Played again at the net. Warriors keeping these rallies sustained. And Rubia gets it over. High set again. Gonzalez off the block. Kept alive yet again. Another diving play keeps it alive. Back they come. Ball alive on the Warrior side. From their knees, they'll get that one over. Bulldogs on the attack. Off the block. Point. Mackay. Ada Sadlier able to finally get that one in. 8-3 game. Sadlier back to the service line for the Bulldogs. Warriors of Nikki Rowe able to play that off the back row, set it up on the right side off the net. Played by the Bulldogs up near the net. Gonzalez takes the angle, got it across. Played by the Warriors, spiked across. Played by the Bulldogs right back at you. Gonzalez again hammers it down. Back-to-back sets that time for Lexi Gonzalez. Able to finally put that one down with a thunderous crunch. 8-4 game. Bulldogs serve it across. Warriors there to play it off the net. Spiked off the block, carries over on the McAllen side. Bulldogs attack it with Gonzalez off the net. Onrubia back there to dig it. They'll set her now off the back row. Played by Sadlier on the back row. Set up Gonzalez again from the left side. Got it across and down for the point. Lexi Gonzalez on another kill. So after falling down 8-2, McAllen now battling back, serving down 3. Another deep serve with some pace. Over in the net it goes, and a point to Mac High. That's a result of Sadlier putting extra on that serve, making that back row work even deeper. Ball off the middle of the court this time. Set it up center. Played this time by the Bulldogs. Good dig that time by Selena Signs. Gonzalez puts that one away again. 1 point game. Bulldogs are right back in it. The wake-up call was served, and they've responded. Sadlier to serve. Gets that across. Played by the Warriors. Ball up high on the back row. Onrubia gets it over. Good chance here for the Bulldogs and the tie from the right side. Onrubia there to play that. They'll set her up on a back row attempt. Tips it just over the net. Ball back over on each side. Back row. Onrubia back there to play it for Nikki Rowe. Set it up this time. This is Miyamata. Got it over. Got the point. 2 point game. Substitute off the bench. Sabrina Garza will check in for Mac High. Rotating back to serve is Yasmin Munoz for Nikki Rowe. Munoz to serve it up. 2 point game. Got it across. Played by the Bulldogs. A high set center. Big kill attempt. Down it goes. Lexi Gonzalez again. An emphatic kill, and she has certainly produced this rotation across the front row. Back to serve. Maddie Garza for Nikki Rowe. Jump serve across, played by the Warriors. A high set, right side, spike down, looking for the angle. That's out of bounds, and we're tied at 9 apiece. So they climb back up the hill, did the Mac High Lady Bulldogs, to get back into this one. Rowe looking to regain the lead. Good play by the Bulldogs to keep that ball alive. Ball back on the Rowe side. Attacking left side off the block at a lift and a point to Rowe. Warriors go back up 1 at 10-9. They've controlled the lead thus far here in this game. Mac High with a back set for Gonzalez. Got it across. Warriors set it up. Big swing played by the Lady Bulldogs off the back row. Gonzalez again puts it away from the right side. Each time she comes up with an even bigger kill. And now she rotates back to serve for Mac High. Lexi Gonzalez serves it up. Line drive serve played by the Rowe Warriors off the net, off the back row attempt. They like to attack back there, at least in game 1 they have. Back corner on the edge. Point scored as Maddie Helmkamp finds the seam. McAllen goes on top by 1. Warriors to serve. Pause in the action, and now we're ready to go. Jillian Pontiano was serving. Spike across, that's down and in for a point for McAllen. Bulldogs had rotated 80 more up there to the front row, and she was able to get that one down. Moore now to serve. Warriors still on the back row. Will attack from there with Mata. That's too strong, out of bounds. And just like that, Mac High now up by 3. They trailed at 8-2. This is an 11-2 run. Serve across, and that's an ace served up by the Bulldogs. They go up by 3. 14-11. Next serve across. Played by the Warriors from the back row. Free ball coming up for the Bulldogs set it up. The kill attempt by Selena Signs is covered. On Rubia rotated front row. Hits that one out of bounds. Mackay now up by 4. Bulldogs to serve. As back is Haiti Moore. Serve across. That's deep, out of bounds. Service errors. Back to back. Opens up the door for the Rowe Warriors. They'll rotate in Samantha Cifuentes back to serve. That second semifinalist set as McAllen Memorial will take on Rivera right after this one on this court. Tipped across that time by the Bulldogs, and a gentle point for Selena Signs. That's one of the softest hit balls coming across the net on either side thus far in this competition. Back to serve is Maddie Helmkamp. Helmkamp gets it across. Warriors there with a pass, a high set middle. Pass the blockers, diving play to keep that alive. Nice play by Signs. And then the crunching kill by the Bulldogs makes it a 5-point game. Defense made the play and then instant offense for the Lady Bulldogs. Jump serve across. Warriors punch it over. That was headed out. McAllen plays it though. Back row attempt. Gonzalez from the back row. That's out of bounds. Lexi Gonzalez had a good approach, got a good look. On the swing, carried it too strong, out of bounds. Warriors to serve it up. On Rubia back at the service line. Played by the Bulldogs. Sadlier gets it over. Warriors attack from Monrubia on the back row. Gonzalez with a pass. The set down the corner. Played again by Monrubia on the dig. This time it's going to be Mata off the block. That carries out of bounds and a point for the Rowe Warriors. Two-point game. Warriors to serve again on Rubia. Deep serve. Good pass by the Bulldogs. A jump set on a back attempt. Played by the Warriors. They'll go on the attack. Nikki Rowe from the left side down the sideline. Good dig that time by Helmkamp. This is Signs. Got it across in the net. Played. Ball, 4 hits and a point for McAllen. Signs on the kill. Jump serve across. A high set in the middle for the Warriors. Blocked and then Carolyn's back over on the Rowe side. On Rubia from the back row. Puts that over. Played by Signs with a pass. Set up Gonzalez. Tipped it over the blockers. Got the point. Lexi Gonzalez rotating back to the front row. 4-point lead. Mackay. Warriors will talk it over. Back after this.
Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Back here after the timeout, the Rowe Warriors immediately go on the attack, set it up at the net, but hit it in the net, and Mackay scores the point. Remember, Rowe was on top in this game 8-2. And the wake-up call was served. Bulldogs took a timeout and have now taken a 5-point lead. And Ruby off the back row gets it over. McAllen on the attack. Gonzalez tips it past the blockers, got another point. Well-placed hit that time by Gonzalez. Saw she had 2 blockers in the middle and nobody to her left. Just eased that over in the open spot. 6-point lead. Return to serve up near the net, punched over. Bulldogs immediately on the attack with a back set. Played by the Warriors. Can't get it over. Point McAllen. This the first semifinal game of the day. Second one coming up right after this. Brownsville Rivera will take on McAllen Memorial. Ball over on the Warriors side. They'll race over to get to it. McAllen goes on the attack. A high set for Sadlier. Got it across on the curl. Played by the Warriors on the back row to Rubia. Blocked. Played back at the net. Back on the Warriors side, and Rubia this time watches as in front of her, Mata puts it across. Off the net, Gonzalez blocked back at you. Point McAllen as it goes out of bounds. Off the block. Point scored. McAllen now serving up by 8. Warriors get it to Rubia. That carries out of bounds. Bulldogs now up 23-14. Timeout call. Warriors trying to do something to stave the momentum swing and get it back. Back after this.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
The bonds we create with our pets can be powerful. A man's best friend really isn't just about dogs, but about any animal companion that brings us joy and unconditional love. Losing a loved one is heart-wrenching, but losing a pet can be just as difficult. Unconditional love deserves unmatched service, which is why we offer pet services for those special pets that become a special part of the family. We serve all the members of your family.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as we return to action. The McAllen Lady Bulldogs on the attack, and another kill for Lexi Gonzalez, and they now go up double digits at 24-14 and serve for the win here in game one. Warriors came out swinging. McAllen is counterpunch and now going for the knockout. That's a near ace. Ball over on the McAllen side. This may put it away. High set, Sadlier puts it over. Punched up by Pantiano to keep it alive. Spike across. Warriors not done yet. That kill is good. Attacking from that left side. Nikki Rowe, though, down by 9 points. As they rotate back, Marina Cortez to serve. Cortez gets it over. Bulldogs immediately on the attack. Gonzalez, game over. McAllen wins it on Alexi Gonzalez kill. 25-15 the final score. It was a closer game than the score reflects, at least early on. From there, McAllen took over midway through. Back with game two after this.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. Right now, check out this 2014 Hyundai Elantra GT. This car is loaded with a leather interior, satellite radio, Bluetooth, and it's yours today for zero money down and $175 a month. That's right, no money down. Drive away today, just $175 a month. Or feel the power of this 2016 Dodge Challenger. This includes the RT Scat Pack, includes navigation, satellite radio, a reverse camera, an Alpine stereo system. Practically new with just 31,000 miles, powered by a 6.4-liter 392 Hemi engine. This today on the lot at $33,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Hi, we're the Edinburgh Bobcats. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as we resume play, the Mackay Lady Bulldogs having captured game one of this best of three. And it will now be the Nikki Rowe Warriors having to play a little catch-up here. As they get set to start game number 2 of this best of three in the semifinal. Reminding you the championship game is set for 2 o'clock here on this gym. They will play the second semifinal. We'll have that as a broadcast, and then I think we're going to take a lunch break for that third place game. David Gonzalez volunteered to help me on the camera. I'm not going to push him through every game today, but our appreciation is in his direction. Back to action. Bulldogs looking for the first point. Rowe Warriors there able to dig that out. Bulldogs go on the attack again. Left-handed across, and a point scored for Mackay. Selena Signs that time. Got that one across with that left hand. Next serve across, played by the Warriors of Nikki Rowe. Set up on Rubia this time on that left side on the outside hitter. 2 hits called on Mackay. Point scored for Nikki Rowe. Ties it up at 1 apiece. Warriors rotate in Jillian Pontiano to serve. Pontiano gets that over. Bulldogs with a high jump set. Ball back over on the Warrior side, over past the blockers. That's going to be in the net called. Point to the Warriors. They go up 2-1. Nikki Rowe will be in action on Tuesday on the road at Los Fresnos. We've got that one marked down as one of our broadcast games. This one comes across, point for Mackay. The McAllen Lady Bulldogs, we've got that one penciled in as a Tuesday broadcast as well, as they're on the road at Brownsville Rivera. It's always a fun place to go. Rivera and Hannah down in the Brownsville area covering volleyball. Always the atmosphere is at an upper level. 2-2 game, Warriors on the attack. Punch it over. Ball back up high. Warriors will attack again on Rubia off the net. Good play on the back row by the Warriors. Set up Gonzalez. Block. She'll keep it alive. Back on the Mackay side, and in the net it goes. Point Rowe. So the Warriors utilizing the double block on the Gonzalez attack, and then able to score on the exchange of possession. Deep serve across. This time played up high by the Bulldogs. Gonzalez, no blockers there, and she puts it away. Lexi Gonzalez used a little bit of an angle that time. Found the spot, 3-3 game. We do have coverage of the Donna tournament going on as Billy Watson has a good one over there. Rio Grande City taking on Laredo Martin in their quarterfinal game. We're already in the semis over here. Bulldogs on the attack. Set it up high. Tipped across the net. Back on the Warriors side. Nikki Rowe looking for something here for the Warriors. Set up and Rubio. Block right back on the Warriors side. Back row attempt this time. A big swing. Down it goes. Point for the Warriors off the back row. Pantiano puts it away. Warriors go up 4-3. Next serve across. Warriors had the lead throughout most of the game one as the game got into the teens. And then a timeout called by Paula Dodge, and her team just came out, took over, and ran away with a double-digit win. Gonzalez to serve it up. Got it across, played by the Warriors. A high set on the middle, tipped over. Bulldogs set it up off the net. Signs gets it across. Warriors can't keep it alive. Point Bulldogs, they go up 1. Signs rotating forward, able to get that kill. 5-4 game. Gonzalez to serve again. Warriors there to play that. Up high in the middle, off the double block. That's a point for Nikki Rowe. We're tied at 5. Substitution in the game. Marina Cortez back to serve for Nikki Rowe. Cortez serves it up. Bulldogs on the attack, set it up, Signs on the angle. That is out. Point Nikki Rowe, and the Warriors back up 1. Serve across. Lady Bulldogs on the attack on the back row. Gonzalez got that on the back row of the Warriors in a hurry. Lady Warriors on the attack, and a kill goes down for Victoria Enriquez. Enriquez able to score the point. Makes it a 7-5 game. Bulldogs serve it across. Or wait on the return of serve. Signs gets it across. And a point awarded to Nikki Rowe as that's out of bounds. Nikki Rowe up 8-5. Serve across, played by the Bulldogs. Spike across, played by Nikki Rowe. Middle, and Rubio gets it over. Ball up high on a back set for Gonzalez. Warriors there, can't keep that one alive. Point Mac High. Eight, 7 game now as the Bulldogs edge a little closer. Back to serve. Haiti Moore puts it over. That is out of bounds. Point scored by Rowe. They maintain the lead. Now in game 1, they had a 6-point lead right about here. Ball up high. Gonzalez spikes that across. Warriors there. Will get that over. High set in the middle. Spike off the block by Sadlier, and that's a point for Mac High. A 9-8 game. Rowe Warriors right back looking for the tie. Across the net, that's going to be 2 hits called on McAllen, and Nikki Rowe scores the point. Warriors stick with the lead, up by 2. Back to a 1-point game as the Bulldogs come right back at you. Back to a 2-point lead for the Warriors. Jillian Pantiano will serve. Ball over on the Mac High side. Warriors return the serve, get it back to on Rubio. Can't get that over the net. Point Mac High. 1 point game at 11-10. Bulldogs ready to substitute in. It's Sabrina Garza's ready to check in. She'll replace Ada Sadlier and will serve. Deep serve, that goes out of bounds. Carries a bit too strong. The Warriors up by 2 at 12-10. They'll substitute in and send Samantha Cifuentes back to the serve. That one lands in. Another point for Mac High. 12-11 the score. This one's just going back and forth. Nobody's separating themselves from the other. Much different than the swing we saw in game one, where the Rowe Warriors were able to enjoy a comfortable early lead. And then McAllen swung the pendulum and ended up winning by the 10 points. Warriors on the attack. And a point. They go back up 2. So Nikki Rowe swinging away here and managing to keep McAllen in that position of always looking up at the scoreboard, and you're down 1 or 2. On Rubio will serve again. Back row plays this for the Bulldogs. Set it up off the back row. That one comes across. That's another point for the Warriors. They were trying to set up Helmkamp. On Rubio to serve again. Deep serve. That's in for an ace. Warriors up 4, timeout Bulldogs. They had to do that in game one. They responded. Will the Warriors be able to hold on to the lead this time around? Back after this.
Located in the historic downtown district in San Benito is Main Street Boutique. A perfect stop, great atmosphere, locally owned and operated, and new items coming in every day. Something for everyone. Main Street Boutique in San Benito.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories.
Back here as we get back to action. Nikki Rowe serves it over. McAllen on the attack after the timeout. Now they responded in game one to a Paula Dodge timeout. Let's see how they do here. Bulldogs on the attack here. Gonzalez tips it past the blockers, but that goes out of bounds. Just out, says the line judge on the back corner. 5-point lead for Nikki Rowe. On Rubio, rotates back to serve. Deep serve goes out of bounds. Service there opens the door for the Mac High Lady Bulldogs. Ball up high, played by the Warriors. Back row attempt on Rubio, got it across. Played though by the Bulldogs. Back row coming right back at you. Now up at the net. Nice dig that time. Racing over there, that's Brianna Morales. Morales able to keep it in play, but then the ball carries out of bounds. Point scored Mac High. That's so often lost on all these big hits when a player's able to defensively make some kind of play, like what you saw by Morales. Ball over on the Mac High side, and that's a well-placed hit for the Rowe Warriors. They go up 4. Back into serve, Marina Cortez. Cortez to serve it up. Got that across. Bulldogs, second hit still on the back row. Gonzalez is right there. That's off the net though. Point Warriors, and they go up 5. 18-13. Mackay won the first one. Another timeout call by Paula Dodge as the Warriors feeling it. Bulldogs want to regroup.
Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Needing a treat before or after the big game? Then when in Harlingen, stop in at the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli and treat yourself to some amazing things. Ice creams, shakes, sundaes, banana splits, and that's just a sample. If you can dream it, they can make it at the Scoop in Harlingen. From the deli comes a variety of sandwiches that is sure to bring you back for more. Hamburgers and hot dogs served every day. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, Sundays from 12 to 6 on F Street in Harlingen. It's the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Bulldogs respond after a timeout with a big kill and cut the lead back to 4. Now they'll serve. Rowe Warriors here in game 2 trying to force game 3. They're up. Spike across played by the Bulldogs. Back row attempt. Gonzalez eases that over. Diving play by Unrubia to keep that alive. Warriors get that back over on the Mackay side. Back set this time on the right. Off the block. Point. Bulldogs. 3-point game as McAllen coming right back at you. Another point for the Bulldogs as they cut it to 2. Timeout called by the Warriors. There goes the momentum. Mackay has it right now. Back after this.
Kinder. We have many exciting programs including chess and robotics. To register your child today, call 687-6473. McAllen ISD, my community, my school, mi orgullo. En McAllen ISD ofrecemos prekinder todo el día con programas de robótica, ajedrez y mucho más. Usted podría incluso calificar para prekinder gratis. Inscriba a su hijo hoy. Llame a 687-6473. McAllen ISD, mi comunidad, mi escuela, mi orgullo.
Hi everyone, it's that time again. It's time to register your child for school. There are 3 simple steps. Step 1, call McAllen ISD, 687-MISD. Step number 2, let us help you choose the right school for your child. With over 30 options in the city, we're bound to find the perfect match and fit for your child. Step 3, get ready for the first day of school. Classes begin August 26th. Remember, you can live anywhere and attend our schools. And even if you're already registered somewhere else, it's never too late to join the McAllen ISD family.
Rowe Warriors do respond on a timeout, and they go back up by 3 at 19-16 here in game 2. Now you want to get to that critical 20-point first in these games to 25. Doesn't mean you win, but it gives you some control. Points scored by the Bulldogs. Warriors looking now to see if they can get something on a return of serve. Back to serve is Maddie Helmkamp. Gets it over, ball up at the net. They will get it over. Out of bounds it goes though, point Mackay. Chance now for the Bulldogs to tie it. And right now, if you ease off a little bit and you're on the Nikki Rowe side, you'll look up at another loss and wonder what happened. Need to sustain the energy and the aggressive play. Bulldogs get that over. Warriors able to recover. Hunrubio from the back row puts it over. Racing over for the Bulldogs. The libero plays that. Ball over across the net. Back to play again. Audrey Zamora back there playing that libero spot. This is Signs. Cross the angle. Got it. Ties it up at 19. All knotted up here. Serve across, in the net it goes, point Rowe Warriors. Now they win the race to 20, which so often dictates the eventual winner, but it doesn't always guarantee it. Served by Marolis, gets over. Played by Gonzalez, they'll set her off that back row. Got it across. Back row there to dig it for the Rowe Warriors. Two-handed over the block. Punched up in the air by Sadlier. Kept alive. Signs gets it over. Warriors screaming for 4 hits. Ball still alive. Back on the Mackay side. Set it up. Second hit over. Punch right back at you on Rubio. They'll call a lift. Ties it up at 20 each. 2 questionable plays there. The Warriors, both feeling they were in their favor, ruled against them. Tied up at 20. Back to serve for Mackay. Selena Signs puts that across. Warriors on the attack from the right side. Miss hit. Point Mackay. They go up 1. Jillian Pontiano would like to have that one again. Bulldogs serve it up. Signs gets it across. On Rubio with the pass. They'll set her up on the left side. Off the block. Digs it up. Plays for the Warriors. In the net it goes. Point Mackay. 2-point game. Bulldogs on top. Warriors trying to hang in there. But again, like I said, you can blink your eyes. You back off a little bit. You'll blink your eyes and wonder why you lost the game. Both teams, it's right there. Regardless of win or lose here in this game, you're going to walk off the court thinking, hey, we can beat that team. Meaning that when this district starts rolling into district play over here, the 3 top dogs have to be Mackay, Nikki, Rowe, and McAllen Memorial. As the games just between the McAllen schools will once again be at a high premium level. 2-point game. We'll keep it right here as we get ready to serve. Signs gets it across. Warriors on the attack. Set up in Rubio. Punches it over the back row. There's Zamora. Ball up. Spiked across off the block. Back on the McAllen side. Rowe racing back. We'll keep this one alive. Off the net and Rubio pushes it over. Played by the Bulldogs. Gonzalez, back corner. Nice play on the back row, that time by Marolas to keep it alive. Set it on a back set this time. Marolas right there again on the dig. Back set this time. Tipped over the block. In the net it goes. Point, Rowe. And that time, Jillian Pontiano was able to get that using an angle off the blockers. Pontiano now back to serve. Gets it across. Played by the Bulldogs, high set center. Gonzalez hammers it off the block for the point. Mackay up 23-21. Here's if you're Nikki Rowe, you need to score the next point and another realistically to keep Mackay off that 24. Good pass this time. A high set middle. Punched over the blockers. It's covered though. Nice coverage that time by Andrea Tovar. Spiked by Gonzalez. Nothing there. Warriors on the attack and Rubia. Odd angle. Got it across. Signs on the dig. Gonzalez again off the block. Dug by the Warriors. Nothing doing on the pass though. Point Mackay. They lead by 3. And they now get to serve for the win. Trying to punch their ticket to the championship game. Serve across by the Bulldogs. Warriors on the return to serve. A high set for Rubia. Spike blocked out of bounds. Point Rowe. Warriors stave off a game point. Can they do it 2 more times? Bulldogs normally real active here and explosive on a return to serve. Cifuentes puts it into play. Gonzalez with a pass. High set Gonzalez for the win. Nothing there. Warriors able to dig that. On the back row, free hit coming up here. Another high set, this time off the net, right side, and it's put away by Godoy. That's Moore, Haiti Moore, sends McAllen to the championship game. 25-22, the Rowe Warriors challenged throughout the day. Made the second game much more competitive than the first, but in the end, the host school, the Mackay Bulldogs, remain unbeaten through their pool play and in bracket play and will be in the championship game at 2 o'clock. Hope you enjoyed this one. Reminding you the replays will be available for a little while, and you'll also have highlight reels coming up later on. Till next time. for David Gonzalez at the camera. I think I can keep him around now for the championship game. That's Lexi's dad. They win it. Second semifinal coming up after this.